After reviewing a public records request, I wanted to address the Bezos Academy contract that was before the board on February 1st of this year. There were concerns from the community and a school board member about the entry into the premises policy. The school district was sent an email to the Bezos Academy asking for a contract revision, which was denied. The contract stated 3-day notice is required or a written notice to the head of schools. Dr. Pace responded and said she approved of the contract for the school board to vote on February 1st. At the school board meeting on the 1st, Dr. Pace addressed the correspondence and misled the public by saying the 72-hour notice was about maintenance requests or repairs that would be disruptive to 3 to 4-year-olds. Most repairs the school district would be responsible for are considered an emergency, which a contract states are exemptions to their policy, or exceptions. Members of the school board asked to wait until the following board meeting to vote, and Dr. Pace said, and I quote, "Certainly we support the will of the board. If we're going to try to open in August of 22, which is their plan, you can't delay." She finished by saying, "But certainly, if it's not going to be an opportunity or partnership you want to take advantage of as a board, I support that. You're the boss." Basically saying, if the board didn't vote that night, they would miss the opportunity. The email Dr. Pace sent indicated she'd already committed to a vote for the February 1st board meeting. I want to reiterate that this contract for the Bezos Academy is to corrupt 3 to 5-year-olds for 10 years at 2 public school locations funded by taxpayers. The agreed upon rent is $1 a month, which won't even cover landscaping costs for the year, much less any maintenance and repairs. Yet Dr. Pace cites financial debt as a reason to close down a charter school that's outperforming public schools by nearly double academically.
And the business manager for the American Classical Charter Academy at 2395 Hickory Tree Road, St. Cloud, Florida. I'd like to clarify items and issues regarding American Classical Charter Academy. ACCA was founded to extend the option of classical education to the parents and students of Osceola County. We are modeled after a very successful classical charter school in Naples, Florida. The results of our January MAP testing identified that our 4th grade students were 82% proficient in math and 88% proficient in reading. Our classical program is showing results. There have been many negative comments about our finances. We have less accumulated debt than many of the other charter schools that are in this district. The only difference is the charter, the character rather, of the motivation of the holder of the debt. We have requested the district to assist us with our financial correction plan. To date, the district has only requested that we send them a plan, which we have. Safety issues have also been raised. We have iron gates at our entrances. Access requires being buzzed into our office by our security guard. You need to be buzzed out of the main office to get onto the campus. Each of our classroom pods are protected by metal double doors that are locked once school begins. We have observation cameras covering all outside areas. We believe this is a secure campus. Many false statements have been made regarding this school, and many curious events have occurred. Our teachers are not getting paid. This is a lie. We have not missed any pay period. We are losing $400,000 a month. This is a false statement with no basis. We find it curious that the school district informs our principal that the school is being sued a week before the school is served with the lawsuit.
Before I begin with what I wrote, I just want to express that my student is one of those who was shoved a Pop-Tart and a cheese stick because her bus was late. After talking to the manager, I was confirmed that they ran out of hot food for the entire day, and it's happened more than once. So, as I began to run for the school board District 4, I've been learning quite a bit. I've reached out and spoken to many teachers and support staff around the county. They've expressed their pay issues, their morale issues, and even their loss of confidence in this board. Their disappointment in the lack of parental involvement and even student engagement. I've spoken to parents who are appalled at the lack of concern this board has for the safety of their students, the curriculum issues from sexual content and activities, even physical violence. I've spoken to students who have said that their administration is no help on their future endeavors. My own children have been subject to non-approved curriculum and even lack of concern for their futures, other than pushing them into Valencia College. There was a vote for one school to have only $1 a month rent that seemed to be pushed forward through by our superintendent, but then turn around and tell the ACCA they have the end of the year to close their doors.
On behalf of myself and for the teachers in Osceola County. So I've been in our district now for 20 years, and I have often said that I have experience on top of the 20 years that I've served in the district, and currently my salary is $52,800. My retirement is expected to be $2,009 as of right now. My husband is a stage 4 kidney failure individual, and he is currently not able to work, and we only survive on my income. I live in Cocoa and drive from Cocoa into Narcoossee Elementary every day. My gas is currently costing me $165 a week. I don't drive a truck. I don't drive fast, maybe. I'm at work most mornings between 6 and 6:30. I tutor kids 2 days a week, beginning at 7 o'clock. Today I was on a field trip. I'm often at work late. I do my part to help this district be successful. I recently joined the bargaining team with the union, and I asked for help to start understanding the budget. Those are numbers there's so many numbers.
All right, so yes, I'm looking forward to the end of the year like you guys are with graduation. I hope to see some of you there, or a lot of you there. I think I probably will. But anyway, I just want to tag on to what several of my colleagues had to say. So I've been teaching in St. Cloud and in Kissimmee for 25 years. So I consider myself a veteran teacher. I'm also a veteran of the military. As a veteran teacher, I think of myself as a foot soldier, as a person who's on the ground in the classroom every single day. I see some of you at the schools every once in a while, which is great. But as a veteran teacher, I also take on other responsibilities. I'm also a mentor teacher. I've been a supervising teacher for interns, PLC lead, as well as a department chair. In this position, I not only have to teach students, I also teach teachers. As a veteran teacher, that's an honor. I consider that an honor. And it's an honor that I value. And I really hope that you guys will look into the job that the teachers do on the ground every single day and value their work as well. In my experience, I like taking on extra responsibilities. I like doing the extra jobs, but I also like to be compensated for that extra work.
Right from school, we have field day today, but I just want to talk about standards. And I know that we have policies in place for different things in the school district, and I appreciate that we have policies, and I know that next time we'll probably get PowerPoint with all of our policies and all of our numbers. But there's a difference between having policies in place and having them on paper, and then actually holding people to that standard. And I'll give a couple examples, and these have been brought to me from teachers and parents in the community. For example, our policy on zero tolerance on bullying. We've had a lot of incidents coming out in the last couple weeks, whether it be sexual assaults, whether it be kids seeking medical attention because that they have been beat up, parents withdrawing their kids from school, taking them, either homeschooling them or sending them to private schools because they have gone to administrations in different places. They have let it be known that their child is being bullied. They've been told by administration that this will be handled, and it's not handled. And either we have standards or we don't have standards. Either we have a zero tolerance in place and we hold everybody to that, or there's no point in having it on paper.
Went to St. Cloud Middle. He's a sixth grader. He's about 4'10", 85 pounds, soaking wet, and the little guy's been telling me since the beginning that he just gets bullied, by these kids and whatnot, and he's ashamed to even go to the school anymore and whatnot. Well, last week he went to school and a big old boy, he about my size, about 200 pounds, slapped the dog crap out of him and told him they were going to jump him when they went to the bus for no odd reason. My son's shy. He don't even have friends. You know, he comes home, plays his game. He's with his mom and dad, you know. And he texted me on his phone. He slipped his phone out. Daddy, I'm going to get jumped at the bus rack if you don't come check me out. I came and checked him out. You know, come Monday, I'm a truck driver. I own my own business. I'm gone a little bit sometimes. So I call my wife on Monday morning. Hey, babe, is he going to be okay going to school? I'm just a little concerned about him. It's going to be all right. He went to school, you know, and then I get a call from later on that day. I'm picking up cars for Ford and whatnot. And, hey, your son's getting suspended for 1 day. He got in a fight today. The camera quality's bad. We couldn't really see who was who, but you know, and I go in there and I speak with you know, and they said, you know, sir, after hearing everything about your son being shy and whatnot, we can't suspend your child out of this school, you know, and you know, they told him the whole story. My little buddy walked from the second building area, and the two big boys that are about 200 pounds were behind him screaming how he ain't nothing, whatnot. He's by himself with his big old backpack, not harming nobody, and they're just yelling at him. He goes and sits down on the bleacher. They both sit on each side of him in PE, and they're dogging him, and he comes back at one of them and tells him, if you step on a scale at Publix, say to be continued. At that point, the kid busts his nose wide open, split his nose. We don't have much insurance, so we spent over $2,500 at the ER out of my own pocket, and it just, you know, we actually pulled him out of the school now. He's so much happier. He goes to that ACC school. He just started, you know, and you know, I'm not much of nobody. You know, I'm a low end. You know, I'm not into this school stuff and whatnot like this. You know, but hearing all the stories and whatnot about these things like this, man, it's just it's ridiculous, man. You know, I feel for a lot of these people. You know, I'm not into the school thing and whatnot, but I feel for these teachers and whatnot coming up here speaking on the behalf of these schools and whatnot. But I wanted to put my small story out there for you guys, the big names and whatnot, to hear from a little guy, you know, how it is, you know, coming out. And that's all I got for you guys.
Tonight has been a little bit different, but normally we spend a lot of time talking about things that are important, but at the same time, they do nothing to fill all the vacancies that we have here in Osceola County. I'm talking teachers and I'm talking ESPs. And let me say something about that. I started posting, I guess it was about a month ago, because that caught my eye, and it's not to embarrass anybody, but it just caught my eye that it seemed like the numbers were going up and up. And I think that the first thing you need to do is recognize you have a problem in order to fix the problem.
Just wanted to start with the food topic. As a past business owner who's dealt with the big food distributors, just a suggestion, why not pick 10 to 100 random students and parents to go and do a food tasting? The real reason why I came up here to talk was for the teachers. And as I sit here and listen to the teachers, and especially the ones I've talked to in the community, I realize more and more that they are unhappy. Teachers are the backbone of our district. We need to take care of them. Teachers wear many hats. They're a teacher, a mentor, a counselor, dress code police, security, traffic controller, test administrator, and many more. How many times have we heard a teacher was like a parent to me? How many times have we heard a teacher saved my life? A teacher, especially someone who stays with the district for 10 years, needs our help. They're crying for our help. It's evident the more and more I walk in the community that this is the topic that keeps coming up over and over. I will end by saying thank you to the teachers who have saved a life. Thank you to the teachers who continue to go to work day in and day out feeling unappreciated. Thank you. That's all.